it will be a discovery.
One huge musical experience.
Wow, composer working together. It's not common.
7 identities, 7 voices.
We're coming together to create one symphony, one cohesive whole.
Each of us have very distinct styles.
7 movements that tells about the diversity of the culture within every movement.
I know there will be challenges to bind all the music together.
Southeast Asian composers collaborating with a groundbreaking project.
This project marks the final concert to close the 20th anniversary celebration of YST.
We are showcasing what we do in terms of developing the art, developing music. We will be premiering this piece that is completely unique.
What is unique and also challenging is to see how the composers come together so that we can achieve a kind of Southeast Asia resonance to hold everything together in this Southeast Asia symphony.
We're trying to achieve something that is actually quite normal in other parts of the creative industries. Films get developed together, musicians work together, but composers tend to work alone.
When you compose, it's such a private experience. And so when they say like 7 composers coming together to do one symphony, it's like, oh my God.
It's not easy to have 7 dalang at the same time work together.
We're daring them to break the mold.
We have to come together and then had the conversation.
The visual come later, with the music. I can take it out, if you guys think.
Of course, we want to put on the table our own personalities, our own musical experiences, and our own gifts. And we have to find a way to do that cohesively.
Be creative. There might be many different ways of having your identity.
In this 21st century symphony, we can also think of other ways of connecting pieces such as visuals, text, just a sound or a concept.
One of the things that I think is so powerful about what Peter and the entire composing team are doing is they're creating a body of music that represents and exemplifies both the regional cohesion of Southeast Asia, but also the individual uniqueness of the region. And in that sense, art is imitating life.
We're trying to find something that was not only common to our region, but at the same time something that was different about our region in comparison to the rest of the world.
Actually, we have a lot of discussion about the theme, of the music.
We find out what is the connection between each other. Southeast Asia, we have a different country, different culture, but I think we have a connection with each other. And then we find gong as a connection.
The gong culture is very different from each culture.
Gong play such an important role, whether in spiritual or culturally.
It speaks of time that is circular. Its vibrations were otherworldly.
It had this quality to connect people.
We also try to see how the gong, whether it's sonically or metaphorically, could connect to our compositional works.
It doesn't have to be the sound itself, but the quality of the sound that should come out in the musical work. So it can be through analysis of the sound form of a gong, which is quite complex and rich.
1 and 2 and 4.
So it's like a long note with a pulse.
With a
in between.
pulse, okay.
This is the emulation of a gong sound being hit by a stick. So I'm trying to emulate that sound using the full brass.
So some of the works were based on that. Some of the works include a physical gong.
In a unifying sense, it's connected with the symbolism of the gong to show how Southeast Asia is moving towards this an entire golden age where we are achieving greater heights.
Questions, any queries about parts, do feedback to the components. I've already fed out several things.
The score is way too small. It's too small. There's nothing happening here. Let's take out all of that.
You can imagine as a conductor you have to deal with the score. A massive score, it has to be the right size.
Really tiny. The score's too small. It's really small. I just need new eyeballs.
Oh, mine was perfect.
It's very clear. I mean, I can see it. It's big. Give us information. Pick, you can just write P-I-C-K. Sure. So then you don't have to explain. In each bar, keep to 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Because I only have 5 fingers.
Okay, I understand.
Great. I look forward to this.
Let's have a look. Let's see what happens.
It went well. I get to know what to work on even better and how to progress my piece.
This is the Trails of the Highlands Wisdom.
It was super rewarding. I got a chance to learn more about how my music sounds like. Horn can represent.
So horns, ba, ba, ba. And one.
When a composer asks for a certain kind of sound, of course it's a challenge to the orchestra to find that sound. So we spent a lot of time quietly just trying to find exactly what the quality sound that the composer wanted.
Changing bow ad lib like a cicada, like the insect. Yep.
The students are really committed to play the pieces.
So it's like a game.
Yeah, so it's rock, paper,
scissors. So it's rock, paper, scissors, but we shout this.
Baton,
pique. Yeah. So we try this. And baton, and pique.
Some of the experimental part that I imagined it how it should turn out, it really worked well.
Is a few things that must be like make sure about the sound with the conductor.
Is it ugly?
Yes.
So it's the ugliest, lowest noise you can make. And like this.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I've been trying to do in my career is to write a piece for the orchestra that doesn't sound like orchestra. Some of them might be the first time that they hear or make this kind of sounds.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Great. So 3 and 1.
I got to get the sounds that I wanted to hear. I got to try out the things that I wanted to try out, and the students were exemplary.
1, 2, 3, chomp. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and good. Very nice. Well done. Very good. Thank
you. Each of them has a distinctive artistic approach. They have to find a way to hold these 7 works together And while the composers were sitting through each other's reading sessions, they were also listening out for elements that could connect with their own pieces. I think it's nice for you all to reflect if there is anything in common.
Whatever you can do to connect so it becomes more of one symphony and not suite of 7 movements.
I think we should get ready to be able to just splice and be okay with splicing pieces.
We don't have like to splice our music, and then shuffle around. There will be some material, right? That's kind of linked, to other pieces.
We need a narrator.
The connections, the storyteller and the narrations, okay, it will work.
We're all wandering through this forest together. And I think it's important that everyone brings their own personality to the table.
Possible we could, I don't say fix, but suggest a kinds of instrumentation as a relic.
That is a very practical solution and also gives
practical,
each composer the flexibility to work within what they feel connected to each other's piece. If it only happens at the end, it does sound very predictable after 3 pieces.
Be it a surprise, man.
Any more ideas?
We're all trying to get to that same place, and we really sort of sat in the crucible together and really burned through it.
7 composers build like an anthem. They set the bar. If you don't like the bar, you put picture.
I mean, we put too much emphasis on everyone have to conform to this idea. We can have different kind of like transitions, different kind of ideas.
I understand what you mean. You don't want to be conformed to something.
Yeah.
But it could also be very liberating. It's already there. It's just you all digging into it and finding how this is going to gel.
John said about narration.
That's okay, right?
It makes sense. It's the audience. It makes sense.
We need to make decisions. We have so many ideas and they can work.
We had to get to somewhere, we had to get to a certain point. Time was running out.
We are getting derailed at some point, but Syafiqah, she's the one who really brings us in and gives us a better perspective of the bigger picture.
I do like the narration idea. Let's look into how we can narrate it from start to finish.
It can be video, it can be animation in each movement, or it can be real person.
That's correct. We should discuss it. Right? Your idea, your work with philosophy is already very connected to John's work.
Yeah, I think transformation, that is part of my work.
And then I'm Tabu, so both of us is like connections.
I also feel a sense of connection to yours because my piece is about awaken.
Huang.
Primitivism.
Primitivism.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Now you have to come up with rough idea of how do you want it to be presented. John, he wants a narrator, like real person, narrate. I want it just to be a text.
I think I will
Maybe rough idea,
use
but
a puppet.
Puppet.
Yes.
Live spoken poetry.
Yeah.
You are using transitions. Now the transitions are the link. And the links, it's very visual. I think it's good because I think everyone is happy about this.
The rehearsals have been going really great. The musicians are getting better and then they play everything according to the score.
My role has been to conceive the premiere, and then I've planned kind of the dramaturgical whole of the evening. We have some theatrical interactions.
If you say that, or if you say that, where are your eyes? How convinced you are what you're saying?
We have theatrical narrators, video as an element. We can see almost the whole toolbox of other art disciplines in this concert.
Every rehearsal is an improvement of the things that we need to correct, so it's such a fulfilling experience.
I feel excited. This is the day that all the process and all the discussion, I cannot imagine that this is coming true.
I still feel something like an electric current running in my body right now.
It is truly amazing. It is also very rewarding.
I'm quite emotional. Well, I hope this doesn't stop here.
It just shows that there's so much beauty in diversity.
This is creating completely new music. To me, this is exactly the way Southeast Asia works.
If 7 composers from such different backgrounds can create something so beautiful, what else can we do?
I was just amazed at the level of interactivity, how different the sounds were from the different cultures and regions. I just thought it came together so beautifully and very uniquely.
This project can be a springboard, for Southeast Asian contemporary music to be heard in a global stage.
This is no mean feat. We made the impossible possible.